Thank you. Babies, before we're done here, y'all be wearing gold-plated diapers.
What does that mean?
Never question Bruce Pickens.
Summer in Siam for Annabel, Neasham, Jade Guthman-Chester having his first Queensland start.
Yeah, he's a hard horse to assess, Damien, because we're not really sure what his racing pattern is to start with. He's been forward and back in his 3 runs this preparation. His most recent, he was up on speed. He stuck on really well there at Wyong to go down only 0.4 of a length. And if he brings that form to the races today, he'll be very hard to beat.
Number 2 is Bay Street for Sam Collett and Marcus Wilson, second up today.
I like this horse. First up run over the mile at Grafton was a real eye-catcher. He's staying at the mile second up. He's probably a little niggle. I'd love to see him get out to a bit of a bigger trip and on maybe a bigger track at some stage. But here he is second up. Probably gives them a head start today and runs on late.
Number 3 is Beforehand, now having his first Queensland start, first start for the new stable. We've got Blinker's lugging bit, earmuffs on for the first time. Jackson Morris takes the ride for the trainer, Christopher Zintilis.
Yeah, so first up for the new camp. Didn't do a lot in a Deegan trial. Just happy to watch him at this stage.
Number 4 is Jetfall for Helen Page and Taylor Marshall. The blinkers go on again, and this horse is second up.
Yeah, first up run wasn't too bad behind Winston Smurfhill. Nothing much made ground there, and he just held his spot in the straight. Perfect draw, always improved second up.
Number 5, Private Banker, is first up this afternoon. The blinkers are off for Des Forster and Damien Thornton.
It looks really well, as Des's horses always do. And no trial, first up at the mile, but she told me he'd had a couple of jump outs. Looking at him, he's going to strip fitter, whatever he does, but we'll keep him very safe.
7 Harmony Reigns, a horse we both like here. This mare's racing well for Paul Jenkins and Jaden Lloyd.
Yeah, she is. Her last 2 starts, a second behind Better Lad at the 1400, and then chased home She's a Firecracker in a Class 3 last start. She's a Firecracker since come out and won again, and Harmony Reigns drops back from a Class 3 to a Class 2. It only goes up half a kilo. You can throw in the inside draw as well, and you can see why we like her.
8 is French Step for Kelly Schweder and Ben Thompson this mare. She's lightly raced. She's only had the 1 win from 6 starts.
Yeah, she broke her maiden 2 back over the 1800. They threw in the deep end, a benchmark 65 midweek affair behind Surreal. She wasn't bad, but she wasn't good enough, beaten 3 lengths. So she's suited back in this grade today.
She's a nice type too, isn't she?
Beautiful
She's got
type.
some size about her. Let's go down to 10 Clear Bond. Now, this mare's having her first Queensland start, first up for the Curry stable. Emily Lang takes off 3.
She's a flashy mare. I remember her well from the days in New South Wales. She hasn't built much of a record. 39 starts, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 8 thirds. She's never won on a good track. She's never won on a soft track. All her form's been on heavy track. So I'm surprised she's as short as she is. But in saying that, she brings totally different form. She's now with the Curry stable. She's probably showing something at home. We haven't seen her publicly, but I'm still going to take her on.
And 13 is Lucky Rascal. CJ Graham takes off 1.5 for trainer Ethan Ensby.
Yeah, I think you've got to take him on trust. His first up run at Ballina showed something. His 2 runs since have been poor.
Moving in quickly here, my numbers 7, 4, 10 and 2, Paul.
I'm 7, 2, 1 and 8, so give strength to the 7 Harmony Reigns, which has been backed into favouritism, Damien. So the market agrees with us. Let's head upstairs for the call with Jared Wessel.
370, a late firm in from 4. Summer in Siam, ditto. 460 back to 390, and then 750 for Jetfoil, who's had fans at a bigger price as well. Up comes Lucky Rascal, and Beforehand, drawn out wide, to be ridden further back today. Off that wide gate, Beforehand will be the last runner to move up. And the field is ready to go. First leg of the quarter, 1690 metres the journey. Light on, favourite off the inside gate. One a little edgy in the middle, might be French Step. Light still blinks away. And they're away now. From the inside, Harmony Reigns jumped just fairly. Better speed, Summer in Siam towards the middle. Harmony Reigns is pushing through to look to hold the leaders back. Clear Blonde from out wide is starting to work forward, along with Lucky Rascal even deeper. And pushing through Jetfoil in the centre to hold a prominent position as well. They were followed by Private Banker, who's worse than midfield, the outside of French Step. 3 lengths to Bay Street, and 2 off last was Beforehand, who goes right back to the rear. 8 lengths off the speed. So Lucky Rascal in the end able to cross and lead onto the back straight with about 1,100 metres left to run. Out by 2 lengths to Summer in Siam second. Third on the inside was Harmony Reigns, and they were followed then by further back in the field, Clear Blonde. Just in front of it there was Jet Foil, who races in fourth. Next, French Step the inside. Two further back then to Private Banker, who's covering up Bay Street. And last of all, beforehand, so by the half mile. And in front is Lucky Rascal, out by a length and a half. Summer in Siam is just edging a little bit closer in second. Now as some of these gaps start to close up, Jet Foil third, the outside of Harmony Reigns. The favourite gets a good run fourth, the rail. A length and a half, Clear Blonde around French Step, who's over on the fence. Then Private Banker about to get going into it 3 wide from Bay Street. And beforehand, last of all, up to the final turn, less than 400 metres left to go. Lucky Rascal still in front. Summer in Siam breathing down its neck though. Harmony Reigns into the clear up to third. They were followed by Jet Foil and Clear Bond right down the outside. Summer in Siam, 200 left to run. A length in front, Harmony Reigns. Bay Street's weaving through, and then came Jet Foil. Summer in Siam, a length from Bay Street and Harmony Reigns. Summer in Siam hanging on. Summer in Siam just beat on the outside Harmony Reigns, and Bay Street was third. They were followed next in by French Step, then Jet Foil, Private Banker. Clear Blonde dropped out from Lucky Rascal, and beforehand the final one over the line.
Well, the numbers in the screen, 1, 7, 2 and 8. Certainly a busy finish, but Summer in Siam went forward under Jag Guthman-Chester, took a sit behind the roughy Lucky Rascal, popped off before the turn, hit the front. They were coming from everywhere, but he's dug deep, Summer in Siam, for Annabel Neasham, and he's held on. 7 Harmony Reigns, Jaden Lloyd, a peach of a ride. Never went around a horse until he had to. Just couldn't quite wheel in the leader late, and that's 3 seconds on the bounce for Harmony Reigns. So getting costly and frustrating, but you can't do them, pick him up and carry him, and he's done everything else he could there, Jaden. And Bay Street was the eye catcher, Damien, weaving through late along the inside to grab third. French Step in fourth. 1, 7, 2 and 8.
Yeah, strong, tough win by Summer in Siam, having his first Queensland start this afternoon, and continues the great run that Annabel's stable has here at Ipswich. I think this track is the track that she had the most winners on last season. So her horses go very well here. And nice ride by Jade Guthman-Chester.
Yeah, you could just see French Step getting checked right on the line there. So she might have finished a touch closer to them without that interference. 1, 7, 2 and 8, the numbers. Race 5 at Ipswich. That sees us through the first leg of the quaddie. Time to head to Canberra. Welcome back to Ipswich. Race 6 up next. We've got a 0 to 55 benchmark over the 1,666 metres. Number 1, Scratch. So let's start with number 2, Ultimate Power, which is looking fantastic in the yard for Kieran Kerwin and Jake Malloy. Jake will take 1.5 kilos off.
Really good run at the Sunshine Coast just on 14 or 10 days ago when third behind Hot Step. That form's pretty good for this type of race. He's fitter now, and give him a definite chance. Draws a little bit of a worry.
Number 3, Aiden's hard in the market for Tony Georgiev. Michael Hellier takes the ride.
He's backing up after a run at the on the poly track on the weekend. He was wide there all the way. I thought he stuck on really well. Better drawn today. He's got fitness on his side.
Kelly Monkton trains the 4 Bolt. Emily Lang rides, and she'll take 3 off.
Certainly going to be fitted for a last start 9th at Gundawindi. That was its first run for about 6 weeks. And the step up in distance will suit as well.
Next horse to look at is the 5, I'm Timmy Zoo, for Andrew Pilling and Jason Taylor.
He was wide on the speed at the on the poly track last start, but did drop out badly. I prefer him with a bit of sting out of the going.
We both think number 6 can improve at odds. Irish Thunder, Mel Eggleston and Kyle Wilson-Taylor drawn the 1.
He's had 3 runs back now from a lengthy break, so he should be reaching peak fitness, and I just thought he worked to the line nicely the last bit at his most recent start. So from a good draw, he's a value chance.
We both have Spurious in the numbers 2, number 7 for Pat Duff and Damien Thornton.
Yeah, just 5 wins from 69 starts, but he's fitted now for 2 runs back from a spell. He was trapped wide last start in a harder race, and he's a winner here, so he's a chance.
The 10, Chasing Storms for Les Kelly and Nozzy Tomazawa. Just a bit tricky to line up with that poly form.
Yeah, 2 runs back from a spell, but he was beaten a long way on the poly track last start. His only win was here, but on a heavy track.
Bit of money coming for the 11, Magic Mikey. Simon Foster, Malia Castle, she'll take 2 kilos off. Kyneton and Noseband and Pacifiers come off.
Yeah, I think it's the value in the race. It's only the 1 win from 23 starts. It was very wide, his most recent start on the poly track. There was money there for him, and he drops 3 kilos here, so I can see why there is some support.
Number 12, Fortivaci, Ethan Ensby, CJ Graham. CJ takes 1.5 kilos off.
Yeah, didn't have the best of luck at Grafton last start. Can be a bit slowly away, but has a softer draw here, which could lead to improvement.
13, Mount Mort Shark, Matt Crop, Matt McGilvray.
hasn't raced since December, was well beaten in a recent barrier trial in Toowoomba.
The 14, Hot Bananas for the Sweeney yard, Michael Carl.
This horse is a chance. She's racing well. She ran third at Lismore on the 21st of July. She's fit, and she does race well here.
15's a roughie, now or never, for Barry Phillips and Hannah Phillips.
It was second at Gainter, but that was some time ago now. Just the one win for 29 starts. We'll see what she does today.
Blinker's first time at start 32 for number 18, 83 Bricks, Ken Deacon and Brooke Ainsworth.
Widely drawn, better suited certainly at the 1690 metres here, but the draw is very tough.
And the 19, Powerwolf, rounds us out for Ross Howard and Ricky Jamison.
He has been struggling at Bow Desert and Kilcoy. We'll find this a hard assignment.
Well, welcome back live to Ipswich. They're loading up for race 6. Damo, how are you playing them?
Oh, tricky little race, this one, but I'm with Aiden. I like the fact that he's got a really soft barrier draw here, Paul, and the last run on the poly track I thought was a good effort. He was wide all the way, and I just think that he's not going to have any worries with the 1690 here. I'm just hoping that Michael Hellier, who's in form, can give him a soft ride. So he's around $5. I think that's a nice play. 6 Irish Thunder. There's no money at all for this runner, but I thought he was a horse who could improve after 3 runs back from a spell. Then I'm going wide. I'm putting in the 12. Fortivaci will need a nice ride from CJ Graham, but will hit the line well. And the grey Spurious, who's been very well backed, I'll put in for 4th. So 3, 6, 12, 7.
All right, I'm 4, 2, 7 and 6. I'm something very small each way on number 4, Bolt. Hoping he can bounce and maybe find the front would be a great result. Tricky map to work out, but not a stack of speed on paper, but obviously a weight of numbers generally generates enough speed anyway. 2 Ultimate Powers in the zone at the moment. I just don't know whether Ipswich miles his perfect go, but if he gets the breaks, he can win. 7 Spurious and 6 Irish Thunder round out my first 4. 4, 2, 7 and 6. Looking at the market, they're coming for Spurious. $6 into $4.40. Good luck, Paddy Duff. Aiden, $4.60 out to $5.50. Ultimate Power's been rock solid around the $7.50 mark. A little bit of money for Magic Mikey, the 11 into $8.50. Maybe the leader, Magic Mikey, when I looked at the map. If Bolt doesn't find the front, maybe Magic Mikey will get across and lead them up. But certainly an interesting race coming up, a 0 to 55 benchmark mile. Let's head upstairs to Jared for the call.
And they've loaded up pretty well here. Only about 4 to come forward. Spurious, Aiden, 83 Bricks, and Now or Never. So 4 to load for race number 6. Real tough leg of the quarter, the second leg. Close to a start, Cassie. Aiden now goes forward into barrier number 3. Up comes Spurious, the favourite. Now or Never, and 83 Bricks will complete the line. They move in unison, and we're right to run. Race 6 at Ipswich. 1690, the journey. The grey Spurious runs the favourite. Tendant moves in with 1 out wide. Might be I'm Timmy Zoo. Starter looks to have a good line. There's the light. Ready. Gates open. They're racing now. And from towards the outside, Mount Shark a little slowly away. Bolt's got good pace, goes towards the front with I'm Timmy Zoo from out wide, trying to hold up Powerwolf towards the fence with also Aiden towards the inside. Deeper Magic Mikey is going forward from 83 Bricks, and Hot Bananas wants in on the action as well. So plenty of speed through the first 300 metres, and it's Magic Mikey who takes the lead. Had it by a long neck to 83 Bricks, parking up in second. 2 further back to Bolt, third the inside of I'm Timmy Zoo, and then Hot Bananas fifth on a limb, followed further back by Aiden, who's over on the inside of Powerwolf. Towards midfield, Spurious, who's covering up Chase and Storms. A length and a half away then to Irish Thunder inside Now or Never. 1.5 again to Ultimate Power. 2 further back to Mount Shark, and the tail ender was Fortivaci, 10 off the lead. Magic Mikey pilots them towards the 800 metres, leading by a length now to in second spot 83 Bricks, again getting a little bit closer as Hot Bananas now surges around them to make a line of 4 with I'm Timmy Zoo there in the centre. So Hot Bananas going early here, takes the lead. Spurious is making up some ground too, closer than midfield from Bolt being ridden along. Aiden's getting into the clear from Powerwolf, and then Irish Thunder. Further back, Chase and Storms, Now or Never. Alderman Power in the final pair. Fortivaci, who's back there towards last in company with Mount Shark. Hot Bananas, what's left in the tank? 300 left to go. 2.5 lengths clear to Spurious running on from 83 Bricks. Aiden running on the centre, and then Magic Magic Mikey boxing away. Still Hot Bananas. 2.5 lengths in front to Aiden, who's trying to close at the 100. Hot Bananas in front. Hanging on. Aiden's going to have a late drive, but Hot Bananas is in front and will score. Hot Bananas, a great rider. Half length defeated Aiden. Spurious ran third, then Ultimate Power, followed by Chase and Storms, and then 83 Bricks. Next in I'm Timmy Zoo, Magic Mikey, Fortivaci. Behind those horses, Powerwolf, Now or Never, Mount Chunk Bolt, and Irish Thunder was the final one in.
Well, an aggressive ride by Michael Carl has paid dividends on Hot Bananas, number 14 for the Sweeney stable, Michael Carl, and there was fireworks up front into that first turn, the big field, and Michael said, well, I'm going to go anyway, and he went a long way from home, and Spurious did the chasing. You could see Aiden get out of the ruck and flash home late, but the damage had been done. Very brave ride, and at start number 20, Hot Bananas has won her second race. Last start third at Lismore was a decent run. She caught the eye flashing from well back, but today, with a more positive ride, she's got the chocolates. Number 4, Hot Bananas, beats the 3 Aiden, 7 Spurious. We've got a photo for 4th. In the call, Jared mentioned the 2 Ultimate Power, but we'll wait for that number to come through, Damien. 14.37.
Wide all the way, very gutsy performance and a game ride by Michael Carl, but pinched it on the turn and she kept going. She was tough. Aiden just held up badly between the 800 and the 400. That probably cost him the race, but he found the line well. And Spurious, well, he got onto his bike around the 600. I thought he was going to be a major chance. He was probably just playing the last 100, but an honest run from him. And number 2, Ultimate Power, didn't have the best of luck. He has got 4th.
Yeah, he might be one to keep an eye on, Ultimate Power. He's looking great. He's racing well. They've just got to find the right race for him. 14, 3, 7 and 2. That takes us away from race 6 here at Ipswich. A quick break, the next at Canberra on the back of that.